We are live. I gotta shut my music down.
About to get copyright.
Yeah. Hey people, it's your girl Maddie from Top Rope Squishy, and I think it's been 2 weeks since I had a show. I had some things to do. I'll be revealing why I've missed so many shows this year and why I'll be missing a few more in the weeks to come. But before we get there, I like to introduce my guests for today. They are from the Tru Heel Heat podcast, and everything to find them is in the description, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you when you can find them online. Go for it.
I think SP can start first then.
Oh, well, put me on the spot.
Yes. You're the head anchor. You're the anchor of our ship. You're the captain, so you have to go.
It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom SP3. Yes, I am co-host for the flagship podcast over on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. If you need to know how to spell that, I'll move my big ass head. That is how you spell it. And Heel Heat, you should know how to spell that. But TRU, no E. We are a very interactive YouTube channel where we do a lot of content, whether it be watch-alongs, reviews, previews, whether it be WWE, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, GCW. The list goes on and on.
On.
If it's important in wrestling enough, we're going to talk about it. We do it every Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Me and Krssi Luv are usually there. We sometimes are joined monthly now, once a month, by Top Guy JJ. That is our third host, and we are joined by a various amounts of individuals from the wrestling media world, including Maddie, who joined us for a great episode with me and JJ. We got to chop it up, talk some AEW. So you see, we talk about pretty much everything. We have review shows. Earlier today, I did an AEW Dynamite review with Jimmy Macram, who is the most negative person when it comes to AEW on wrestling YouTube, and actually needs disclaimers to actually be on our channel, because we do not want to get in trouble for anything Jimmy Macram has to say about Tony Khan, AEW, Matt Jackson, or anything like that. So yes, we do stuff like that. Me and Krssi Luv, we do reviews on various amount of things, whether it be like Dark Side of the Ring. So we do reviews on like documentaries, TV shows. We also have a secondary channel where we do sports content, Tru Heel Heat Sports. We got a Twitch channel. So we just do
a lot of platforms.
Various amount of content. Krssi Luv can tell you what else she does on the channel. You can see me on various amounts of other things, whether it be pay-per-views and other channels, whether it be Fightful. I call myself the substitute teacher of Fightful. If somebody's out sick, they usually call me to sub in, but I'm Gregory from Abbott Elementary, the first season, where they don't want to hire me.
They won't hire. Right. They still don't want to give you no credentials.
They're just going to have me be the substitute teacher over there. Wrestle Talk, I had more of a permanent role where I'm getting paid. But I'm too American for them when they created a studio in the UK. But I do writing for Wrestle Talk as well. So that is kind of everything I do in the wrestling media.
I did not know that.
Well, I'm total opposite of SP. I do not work in wrestling media. I work for the public education. I work for a school. I am a mom, and I love wrestling, and I love fashion. So with that being said, I met my friend down here, my good brother, at a bar, and we just chopped it up. We got our first interaction. We were arguing with each other about was it Ronda Rousey or was it Becky Lynch?
Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch.
Okay, see, there we go. He's a Ronda Rousey fanatic, and I was a Becky stan. Well, I am a Becky stan, and we just been brothers and sisters ever since. And I've been with the podcast, and I'm one of the head females, I guess, on the show. I have other girls that come, but I'm like the main girl that is on our show, our flagship show, which is Tru Heel Heat on Saturdays. And we do another podcast. I do another show for showcasing all women's wrestling, which is Serpent Face and Hills with my other girl, Stephanie Hypes, which is on Sundays. And yeah, I am just a wrestling fanatic. I was telling you, I was watching wrestling since I've been a baby, watching it with my grandma and my uncles. And then I fell out in like 2003, so I missed like the whole CM Punk, Del Rio, Daniel, Brian.
Oh.
Ever. And yeah, I've been watching it ever since. So yeah, that's how I got in the program. Short, long story short. Is she muted or?
I think did she get from? Oh, there she goes.
There she is.
Sorry. Of course, I'm having connection issues. Of course, I am. Why wouldn't I?
Right. So
it happens.
It happens. If anything technical is gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong.
Wrestling and
technology, not always friends.
in the shower. Oh, now here you go. See, now I'm having issues. Look at that. See?
Am I the only one today? Oh,
yeah, I mean, this is different, right?
Different, yeah.
Right.
Don't jinx yourself, SP3.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's true.
But yeah.
Well, welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. I was just telling Krssi that I just restarted watching SmackDown and Raw after many years of not watching it. I didn't miss the CM Punk era, so I got crusty CM Punk.
Yeah, we get the bad part of CM Punk. So when he came back, I was really excited because I wanted to see like what I missed the original the main era of him and like Impact, all those places that he was previously. I missed those, so I was very excited when he came back, and then he got injured, and then this happened. Now he's fired. It's like, oh, come on, bro. Like, give it a rest. So maybe they're not lying about what you used to be back then. That's why you got fired from before.
Thank you. So we're going to jump into that and some Jade Cargill rumors. But before we move on, my show's going to go on a hiatus. Starting, the last show is going to be October 12th. And I've been harboring a secret. But here it is because what's the point of you guys are gonna find out one way or another. So ta-da!
Welcome to the club.
So there you go. Top Rope Tone and Top Rope Squishy are bringing a baby into the world.
Baby Squishy into the world.
Yes. Little Zion. So we are very excited.
Blessings.
Yes, thank you. But that is why, because
it's all the blue you have on too.
Yes. I've been keeping the camera here for the most part, so nobody can tell. But it's there.
Oh,
the baby bump.
The bump is there.
Oh, so nice.
Yes. So yes, that's the mushy stuff. That is the mushy stuff.
You're a thug now. Like now it's over, right?
Oh, the jokes. Hey, Tone, your boys can swim.
Wow.
Y'all wild. Y'all wild out here in these streets.
Really, 8 minutes in. This is how they talk about you.
Oh my lords. Thank you guys. Oh, well, here's my husband.
Yeah. For the fellas. Yeah.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
We did our part.
Right.
There we go. Right.
Now there's plenty of work to do, sir.
Right.
I haven't slept more than 4 hours at a time in 3 years.
I am dying right now. This is so fun.
Listen, but this is why I haven't done like some shows, because those OB appointments be like after work.
Oh, yeah. And then you be tired. You don't want to do nothing, right? It wore you out. Yeah. I understand.
I'm dying right now. I'm like,
yeah. I can admit, yeah.
But anyway, back to CM Punk, sorry.
Oh.
Okay, I don't hate him, but I don't like him either. Like, I was expecting something from him. And since I didn't see his wonderful reign in WWE, I didn't know what he was about. And the only thing I got to see was the drama. And so that's why I feel the way I do. SP3 got a look on his face like, I'm going to hold it. But I feel like you might be a CM Punk fan.
I'm a long time CM Punk fan. I knew about CM Punk before He signed with WWE.
Right. Yeah.
To explain, I was like Krssi Luv. I was a long-time wrestling fan. I remember watching wrestling in like my crib until like around high school, where WWE was the only thing in town, and it was just like, this isn't what it used to be. I was like 2003 was the last year that was good because I liked SmackDown. But I was already done watching Raw because it became too much of a Triple H show, and I hate Triple H. More on that later because I still hate Triple H. But I was still watching SmackDown. Then Brock Lesnar leaves. You got JBL as the champion. Kurt Angle's not wrestling. I'm I'm done. I'm over it.
Was bad.
And
like
then one of my friends I knew online told me, you should watch CM Punk versus Samoa Joe, because I had first discovered, I had illegal cable back in my early years of high school.
Yeah.
So Wednesdays in 2002, I just flipped on the channel and I discovered TNA and I started watching that. And that kind of gave me something to be like, okay, maybe I can hold on watching wrestling like something like this. I was still watching it at that time when I was just like, I think I'm done with WWE. And I had saw CM Punk on TNA, and then my friend was like, you should watch CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. And I was like, all right. So I'd never seen CM Punk really wrestle because at that time in TNA, he was just a lackey for Raven. So I watched that, and it was a 60-minute match, and I was blown away. I became a fan of CM Punk, became a fan of Samoa Joe, and I went on the journey with him. I followed the whole summer of Punk in ROH when he signed with WWE. I was there live. You can literally go on the WWE network to the second ever episode of WWE CW at Hammerstein Ballroom. I'm in the second row wearing a bright ass orange button up. You would not miss me. I'm the only black brother standing there with my manager from Cutco. I used to work at Cutco and I became assistant manager. And the guy next to me was my manager at Cutco. His name was Raj. He got a second row ticket at ECW because we just opened up an office, and I was there for CM Punk. That was the only reason I was there, because I literally turned around on Batista versus Big Show as the main event. So I am a diehard CM Punk fan. Went on the WWE journey. When he leaves WWE, I was like, oh man, they wronged him. He was wronged. He's a martyr. He died for our sins. He died so Bryan Danielson can get to the main event. I was like, Bryan Danielson, that's my GOAT. I was like, oh, he died for the sins. And then Bryan Danielson got to live his dream. So he died a martyr. And I was so excited for him coming to AEW. Went on the ride. The greatest 2-week rivalry of all time with Eddie Kingston. One of the greatest rivalries that any of us have ever seen week to week with MJF from 2021 to 2022. The ride to his championship win at Double or Nothing. But Hangman Adam Page had to go up there and say something about his former friend, Colt Cabana. CM Punk didn't make Colt Cabana leave. He didn't make Tony Khan do anything.
No.
So
Mr.
CM Punk
is
wait, let me continue. CM Punk was right. He was right to get back at Hangman Adam Page and say that, challenge him in his home state of Virginia when he came back.
So you think it's his fault what happened of him getting fired now?
Now when we talk about All Out, you already got your receipt, so you're even. The ledger is even. Now you're just putting points on yours where you're at a negative, sir, when you did the whole All Out media scrum. And then when people pulled up on your door after you told people to pull up on your door and you blasted Matt Jackson in the face, and your friend threw a chair at Nick Jackson, and your friend decided to bite the only person who did nothing wrong, Kenny Omega. In there
trying to save Larry.
He's Sweden. He's neutral. He ain't did nothing.
No, he was
saving the dog.
I'm sorry, he's Switzerland, not Sweden. He's Switzerland. I apologize. Switzerland.
He's in there like MacGyver. He was like going through lasers and shit, like dodging chairs, and he's like, gotta get the dog. And then he gets bit. And it's just like, what are we doing? Why are we biting Kenny Omega? So yeah, this is the whole thing. This is when the CM Punk is in the wrong range.
The comment.
Before he comes back, he did all the, the talking on Instagram, and I don't know about all of y'all, but I saw Rocky 3. It was a good film. I don't know. I like the CM Punk John Moxley rivalry. I like what they did.
I thought it was great. Yeah,
I thought it elevated both guys. You're the one that went up and ruined it at the press conference. Like, everybody would have been talking about how Moxley looked like a beast for beating you in 3 minutes, and then you got back the title at All Out. They'd be talking about that.
Just to break again.
Just to
both title defenses. Both times, no title defenses. He's missed the glass.
It's like all that, and then you come back, counterfeit bucks, and I'm just, and I understand y'all didn't live through CM Punk, but you have to understand CM Punk. After the pipe bomb, he became this embodiment of give wrestling a try again in 2011. Like I had friends that to this day still watch wrestling because I showed them the pipe bomb in 2011. Like in the hood, in the Bronx, y'all, in the hood, in New York. I was showing people like it was crack on the street. I was like, yo, you gotta see this.
I can't stand you, son. Like
homie mentioned Ring of Honor. Everybody was like, what? They mentioned Ring of Honor? Because I was showing that. That was the other I had on the street. I had the crack on the street when I was like 18 in 2006. I was like, yo, that Ring of Honor, that Ring of Honor, that's that crack on the street. But that pipe bomb was like, give WWE a try again. Hear that crack on the street. Hear that pipe bomb again. And then he was in the ring 2 years later with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This man, multi-million-dollar. He was one of the biggest Hollywood stars at the time. And he said, your arms are too short to box with God, and beat Dwayne Johnson on the mic. And then this man turned around, Dolph Ziggler's little brother, and Dylan McKay from 90210's kid, boxed with God.
Yep.
I mean, that's all I gotta say.
This is now the second year in a row that I will be going to Grand Slam, and I do not see CM Punk yet again. This is disappointing. Wow. And this is, again, I had high hopes for him coming back, like I said before. And, one thing you can't do is keep telling the same lie. Because after a while, people are going to think that, these lies are actually not lies. They are actually true. Nobody's not going to keep telling the same lies about one person. It's not them. It's you. And I think the people around him are enablers. I think the people around him just let him do whatever the hell he wants to do. I'm like, oh no, they are the wrong ones. They're gonna need you. They're gonna come find you. They need you to succeed. No, actually they don't, because we've been succeeding long enough without you. Maybe you can go back onto the show and be on Heels, be a guest appearance, doing two more episodes, you and your wife, and keep it pushing. So again, it's just like you can take your shit and you can go, and that's fine. So I didn't think that Tony Khan had the balls to do it, but then I think his back was against the wall, and he had board members and people saying, you know what, it's time. It's like Goodfellas. When Homeboy was at the house and he was like, you got to go home. You got to go home. It's time for you to go. Yeah. It's time for you to go and fire him. You have to go and fire him, because now it's making you look bad, and you keep being you want to be the good dad that don't have any rules. You want to be the fun dad. You want to be the dad that you don't give anybody. You want to be down. You want to be my friend, and I can't be your friend and your boss at the same time. So let's just part ways, and you go where you need to go.
Exactly. And I mean, he is the epitome. CM Punk is the epitome of getting everything.
Yes, and hand it to him.
You
still fuck it up.
Fucking foot in your mouth.
They gave you a whole show on your own day. You didn't have to deal with any of these people. It's like they had the bag. They was giving you the bag, and you still messed that up. How? You fucked up the money.
For you, anybody you didn't want on the show wouldn't be on the show.
Yep.
I mean, how do you, and you took the fucking AEW championship belt and you fucking tagged it up, purposely putting an X through the E, which means elite. I mean, it don't take a lot to see what he was doing, and you still fucked it up.
And it could have been something golden with the whole X on the belt. Like, it could have been something so good, and you still mess it up. It's like, dude, like, you do not like see yourself. Like, you need that. Like, you need therapy. Like, you need to take responsibility for your actions.
Absolutely. And he was very lucky that Tony Khan is a huge fan of the WWE wrestlers and of wrestling in general. And getting CM Punk to him, I'm sure, was like huge. So that is why he probably was looking the other way and putting up with it. After that scrum where he took a big fat ceremonious dump on the company right next to the owner. Come on, man. Why he was tearing up the muffins and bleeding and shit, and
it's giving the child that gets everything that they want, they still mess it up. Like we don't want to punish you, but we're still going to hand you these things.
Yeah, like how many times are you gonna fuck up before somebody actually says, okay, Punk, I like you, I'm a fan, but it's you.
And right, I was like, and shame on, like, again, the people around him. I.e. FTR. Like, come on, people. Like, let's happen. These are your friends. These are your people. Why are we not saying, yo, bro, like, sit the fuck down?
Yeah, like, bring down
like you fucking up my money. Like, don't fuck up my money. One thing I don't like is you fucking up my money.
Yeah, and they support him. So
and they all support him. Is like, wait, what?
Right. CP3, you unmuted yourself. Did you want to add something to that?
I mean, I'll just, it's just disappointing. All of this.
It's very disappointing. We had
the way y'all just described at the end. The reason why I muted myself is because at the end, y'all sounded like the kid that got kicked out of his class and got an in-house suspension.
Yep.
Then got into suspension.
That's him.
Then got expelled.
And
then eventually got kicked out of the school. Like, we went through all these. I've seen my friends go through this. That's what made me unmute, because it was like I had PTSD.
Yeah.
Because I realized the connection of what we saw with CM Punk was literally that. It was a kid who got kicked out of the class. They made him a special AEW Collision in-house suspension with the rest of the unruly
They put him on the other wing of the school so no one would bother them.
The bad kids, the special ed kids.
I didn't want to say that, but yes, them,
was kicking out teachers out of talent relations and shit. Like, what are we doing?
People were quitting their jobs or leaving or getting fired because of him.
Yes. And he still fucked it up.
Still.
How? And how you do that to Jack Perry? Jack Perry is like the mousiest mouse.
But it's
no,
like
right.
my line. I'm sorry, y'all. My line was way before Jack Perry. My line was Ryan Nemeth. I am sorry.
What?
I am sorry. If for anyone who is still defending CM Punk and saying CM Punk is a professional or a pro because he couldn't let Ryan Nemeth say something on Twitter. Yes. Ryan Nemeth called you the softest man alive. Do you even someone as thin-skinned as Hulk Hogan? Yeah. We don't ever hear stories about Hulk Hogan pressing Doink the Clown.
Yep.
We don't ever hear stories about Hulk Hogan pressing Coco Beware. We don't ever hear stories about that. No. Nope.
Talk SP. Talk that talk, son. You don't never hear that
about
shit.
Stone Cold Steve Austin pressing Al Snow.
Yep.
I can appreciate you being a huge CM Punk fan and also recognizing that he done fucked up.
But no, SP is always SP was one of those. He's not like the other CM Punk people that will just say, "Oh, well, he didn't do anything wrong." SP is like, "No, we were rooting for you, sir." He's like Tyra Banks. We were all rooting for you, and you still fuck it up.
Like I've been accused of being an elite fan, and I am an elite fan.
I'm
not more of an elite fan than CM Punk fan. I like both of them exactly the same. But I am sorry. This has been a regular thing. Yep. I see a pattern going on, and I put it out on Twitter a few weeks ago. I was like, maybe Vince McMahon was right.
Yeah.
Maybe he shouldn't be the top guy of a company. Maybe he's too thin-skinned. Because whether your argument is he let the pressure get to him or he let the power get to him, it's either one or the other.
One of the two. Or it could be both.
Could be both. It's like Moxley said, fragile mind, fragile ego, fragile body.
And look at and you could have been Moxley. Look at Moxley. Moxley has been on TV every single week, day, pay-per-view, show, either side shows, independent shows, all of the above, since he has left WWE. That man is about his family and that bag. He ain't got time for no foolishness, and he got a whole crew, and he is up for elevating others. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait.
No, you're right. You're right. And he was the only person I saw taking that international belt because I knew he was a workhorse. So, you know, it worked out in my opinion. And that could have been
Samoa Joe is the same way. Samoa Joe, another person that has worked his whole life. I was so mad that he lost. I knew that they were going to make Phil win at All In. I can't remember the damn show.
It was All In.
I was so mad that he lost at All In. I was like, they was gonna give it to Phil, and then look, Phil was fired 2 days later.
Yep.
2 days later, not even a whole week after, and they had the whole next pay-per-view set up for that man. He had a whole setup. It's in your hometown. That show was based on him.
It was in Chicago. The Dynamite was in Chicago. The pay-per-view was in Chicago, and you weren't there. And you know what? It didn't go down the way I thought it was, and I'm pretty sure he didn't think it would go down that way because there really wasn't CM Punk chance like that.
But he thought that he was like, no, they need me. His mind, he's so messed up now. They need me to win. And he was like, and that's why they said no, Tony Khan. Right. It's the bobblehead. He was he thought that they will not succeed in Chicago without me. And look, they gave a banger of a pay-per-view, Dynamite, Rampage, all in that hometown of Chicago. And like you said, no one said any other words about. Now they might have booed the Elite.
Yeah, but that's it.
But that's another story.
They ain't even boo Kenny Omega because they know Kenny Omega did nothing wrong.
Kenny Omega is a nice guy. Kenny Omega.
He's a very nice man. Very nice man.
But anyway, moving on to the Jade Cargill rumors. I am representing Miss Jade Cargill with my shirt. The first inaugural TBS champion just returned back. I popped. I'm a huge Chris Statlander fan. Chris Statlander is actually how I got into AEW.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Her match was on, and I can't remember who she was up against in 2019. Okay. And I was like, who the hell is that? Like, who is that? My husband was watching it. He kept telling me about this show. I said, look, I'm fucking done with wrestling. Okay, I'm done. Like, and I turned and I'm like, what is that? Who the fuck is that? Doing moves like that. Like, and you know, so I have a special place for Statlander. But when Jade showed up, as far as I could jump, I jumped out my seat and I was so happy. My husband and I, we always say we were rooting for Jade from day one. I remember when we went to see her after the pandemic and we got our show and she came out and nobody was clapping for her, but me and my husband, we were up from our seats and we were screaming. You could hear us because there wasn't really a lot of noise.
Noise for her at the beginning, right?
Yeah, but we were like, she gonna be something big. And when she came back, I was like, oh my gosh, she's back. I'm so happy. What's she gonna do? She's gonna go for the AEW belt and take it off of Sriracha because I can't take it no more. And now I'm hearing that. So
then you'll agree with me that she's a sympathy winner, huh?
Oh, Sriracha? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
yeah, no.
I like Sriracha. I just don't think that she should have won. And Sriracha was just giving it stuff because she was in her hometown. And once she came out with the family, I was like, oh yeah, this is over. This is it. I might as well just go to the bathroom because this is over. We're giving her sympathies. Like she barely. How many matches? I can't even count 5 matches that she's done.
And when she got 3 moves, Jesus.
I don't even know if it's 3. Okay, well, I'm not gonna bash the lady. I love women's wrestling. I don't want to bash her. What I am saying is I'm gonna speak facts, and the facts are she hasn't been wrestling very well, and they didn't even put her in that many matches to showcase her to even be showcased as the champion.
Exactly.
And I still haven't seen her do anything with the belt since she's won.
Yeah, and I mean now she's gonna go up against Toni Storm, who was already a champion. I don't even understand that story.
I'm here for this Toni Storm stand right now. Yes, I'm all for it. I hope she wins, but they probably won't let her win.
But I mean, on the Jade Cargill thing,
Yes.
what do you guys think? Like, I mean, this woman is money. She had money when she got to AEW. She said she wasn't wrestling for the money. She wrestles because she wants to, because she's a made woman. As you guys know, she came with her bag. And she's married to money too. Like, she's doing very well. And but I never imagined she would jump over to WWE. Although my husband was like, yeah, my husband was like, she's gonna go. She's gonna go.
She is, because they're gonna give her the bag, even though she doesn't need the bag, but they're giving her the bag for sure, because anywhere she go will be money. And also, I feel like they need more people like us.
Yes. Yes. But so does AEW. And
right. So I would think that will be a battle of like the showcases, but I think she's probably not happy of like how everything turned out while she was there.
Yeah.
So the signs are already written in, you know, it's already written there. So I personally will not be happy that she leaves.
Yeah,
I want to see how they're going to showcase her, because now you do need you need strong big girls, right? So now we have Nia Jax back, we have Rhea, we'll have Jade, you have Raquel, which I think they still need to fix her name, but whatever. And then that's really it for the big girls, right?
Yeah.
As like tall, strong, dominant, strong girls. But then where do we place her? We put her on Raw, we put her on Badass SmackDown, which is tragedy right now.
Does she get turned into, you know, fucking catering? Like, do you take her and not use her properly? Because that is, see, I thought when she came back to AEW that she was going to go for that main belt. Because I think that is her status. Like, that is where she should be.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's a space for her there in AEW for that. Is that there for her in WWE? Or, you know, will they make it like that for her? Or is she just gonna fade into the background? Like, that would be sad.
I mean, I'll be the only one. I'll be the the minority here, and I'll be like, I'm very happy for Jade Cargill in WWE. I'm ecstatic. I am more excited for the potential matches and feuds for Jade Cargill in WWE. I am always happy for performers, you know, getting new opportunities and better opportunities for their career. And honestly, I said it on Twitter, I'll say it here, AEW just handed WWE their next female star.
They did. Next female top star.
They got a diamond already, like Maddie was saying, where she had the look, she had all this charisma, she came from money already, you know, already was well off, already had the athletic background, and they groomed her, they developed her, they gave her an undefeated streak, gave her the TBS championship. Oh yeah, outside the ring, they gave her Brian Danielson and William Regal to train her.
Yes, absolutely.
Then they had that diamond, and they let some dust get on that diamond.
They sure did.
Caring about that diamond and taking care of it. And it was last year. We all saw it. We could all try to play around like it didn't happen, but it did. They forgot about their diamond. And then their diamond saw that they forgot about them. And I think that when it came time for her to finish her run, she took some time off. You talked to her people and saw the writing on the wall where AEW has had a year of regression when it came to women's booking. While WWE, despite all their misgivings, they still have some of the top female talent in the world. You just saw what Becky Lynch did on NXT, drawing their biggest rating in nearly 3 years. Nearly had all the AEW fans sweating, had the WWE fans pre-tweeting NXT wins before 4 p.m. today, before AEW had a little bit more ratings than them. So you saw what Becky Lynch can do, and that the last time that NXT beat AEW in the rating was when Rhea Ripley won the NXT Women's Championship. So it seems to be women's wrestling seems to be the difference maker over there. Rhea Ripley's their top star. They just signed back Nia Jax. Io Sky had a successful Money in the Bank run, and when was the last time we said that for a woman? But so all of that, they have some of the top female talent in the world. And when you look on the other side of AEW, yeah, Toni Storm has the best character in the business, honestly,
Right.
because you know what they say: chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. So she's the best character going on today, but that is very recent. When you look at other people like Britt Baker, regression. Jamie Hayter, she's injured. Ruby Soho, maybe coming back up, maybe not. Saraya, you guys have told us what you think about Saraya. Like, yeah, like when you look at all the main players in AEW, it's just not at the level that it once was
for Ruby
2 years
at
ago.
all. I feel bad for her.
I feel like Ruby's on the way up. I feel like everybody in the Outcast is in a much better position than what they were at the beginning of the Outcast. I think the Outcast has accidentally become one of the better things about the women's division. But outside of that, this year has been a bad year for women in AEW.
You know, when Ruby first came to AEW, that's another one that I hadn't seen prior to AEW, and I was not feeling her, and I was calling her Ruby NoHo. And however,
oh my God, what did she do to you?
She just wasn't like, I don't like when people do wrestling moves and it looked like they're dancing. Like, it was just not working for me.
Too choreographed for you? Like dancing with the
stars? It was too much. Like, you know, it was just too much. She is getting better, in my opinion. She is improving. Her moves are slapping more. She's getting a little rougher, and I'm appreciating it. However, I think, you know, my husband made a comment that they keep just utilizing the same 6 women in rotation.
Yes, absolutely.
It's getting boring and it's getting old. And you have so many women in this roster that you should be using more. And I think, and I've said this before on my show, the problem I think with AEW's booking women is that they do not put time and effort into their stories. You have
to say the same thing about WWE.
Well, you know, you have a million stories for the men in AEW, and then the women keep getting these open challenges and these squash matches that don't matter. So you're not invested in their story. It's you know, I'm a woman, so clearly I want to see the women lead. You know, I'll sit through the match even if I'm like, "Que coño?"
Right.
Yeah. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, I'll look at my husband. He's like, you know, and it's like, you know, I'm trying, like,
and we've come so far from like bra and panty matches, but you know, they still rotate, like you said, the same, you know, stature of women. Do you have the women that are willing to wrestle just sitting in the back? Both, I think, with both companies.
Yes,
both companies. They're not, either one is not exempt at all. I think that we can see like impact in how ROH are doing with their women. You know what I'm saying? Like they are giving a platform where it's okay. Even you know, like you look
what's it Athena's doing?
Right. Look at Athena, and then you look at like what, you know, New Japan and then will do with their women over there. And then what's the other one? Was it not Stardom? Thank you, friend. They look at Stardom and then. And it's like, you know, look at what they're doing with their women, and they can give these like killer matches. They can put on like Iron Woman matches. They can do these things, and then you give them this money, you bring them over here just to sit them down and don't say, you know what, we want you to just dumb it down a little bit. Like, no these women want to wrestle, and you won't let them.
No. That's why I'm kind of happy Masha Slamovic didn't end up in, you know, AEW or WWE, because she's a beast, and they would have dumbed down her wrestling. Because some women can't take it. And then you end up with Anna Jays.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She's dancing.
Why are we taking shots at everybody? What are we doing?
But you know what? Anna Jay could move if they would let her.
Yeah.
And if she has the right dance partner, I feel like, because Anna Jay can do some things.
She's had good matches with Hikaru Shida and Jade. Jade, one of Jade's best matches was against Anna Jay.
That's true. This is true. Athena versus Emi Sakura was incredible.
Yes.
But that's another thing. Like, you got Emi Sakura. You have the Magic Girl. I think she might be injured right now. But these are the wrestlers from New Japan. You have Diamante. You have Mercedes.
Yuka Sakazaki you're talking about?
Yes, Yuka. I call her the Magic Girl.
She's from Tokyo Joshi Pro. Yeah, but yeah, like I think their Japanese talent is kind of like they're the better ones when it comes to the AEW women's division. But ever since Kenny Omega has not been booking the AEW women's division, it seems like they've been used less and less.
Yeah, that's kind of sucky. As far as AEW goes, did you guys watch it yesterday?
Yes.
I've seen most of it.
What do you guys rate it? What do you guys give it from a 1 to 10?
7.5 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
From the parts I've seen, maybe 6.5.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.8.
Okay.
And I'm a huge fan, but too much talking. There was a lot of yapping.
Oh, I like the talking. I think I am closer to what my friend Jimmy Macram says. Like with a wrestling TV show, you gotta have a lot of talking because it's all about building and kind of pushing stuff for the stories that are gonna happen for the bigger shows or for the pay-per-views. And this was a go-home show for Grand Slam. So if they were able to sell me on Grand Slam, I think it was a good show. So that's why I gave it a 7.5.
I mean, okay, but they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on.
Yep.
8, 9,
more,
11, 12,
more,
13,
more,
14 talking segments.
More. I want more.
You want more talking?
Give me 26.
I don't realize what you want.
Give me 26. Give me one match and 26 promos.
No, hell no. That is initially what got me away from WWE. It was way too much yapping and not enough.
Come on, we got a Steiner Math promo.
Right. So here's what you need. So here's what you need for talking. Talking leads to stories. Stories leads to matches. You have to build to these matches. We have all these people just sitting here. We want them to do something, so if they can't have a match, we have them talk. So we have to build to it. So we have a 2-hour show. We need buffers. We're not gonna. So while there's commercial time and those things happen, you need these people. So you need good talkers. So some things that WWE is not doing is having a lot of more talking. They're starting to showcase more talking, but then it's like unnecessary talking because nothing leads to anything. Where you have with AEW, it leads to certain talking and it leads to things that are going to happen.
That's true. And I was telling my husband, I was like, because they're in the middle of so many pay-per-views and so many big events, we're going to have more yapping. Yeah. But I was like, damn, another one? I was like, damn. But some of them were really, really good. For, like you said, the MJF promo was incredibly good. That was funny as hell. I looked like Renee Paquette did, like this. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, is that math? I couldn't follow. But I think he said he's 177% sure he's going to beat Samoa Joe. Something like that.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. But then you had like a Hook and Orange Cassidy interaction that didn't make any sense to me.
That was a useless segment. That was just to get Orange Cassidy on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
and because he lost, so you got to just show him and showcase the former champion. He now has to figure out his way.
Yeah, he's got a second catchphrase. I'm still so tired.
Yeah, he's still so tired, and he doesn't have a catchphrase. And the Don Callis revealing with Takeshita that they're going after Kota Ibushi, that was good and hilarious. But Don Callis is money, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So, Bryan Danielson got involved in the first match, which was Bloody Mox defending his international championship. What is this, his third or fourth defense already?
Third
against Big Bill. That was really good.
Workhorse of the company.
Yeah.
He's carried his company on his back.
Absolutely.
Twofold.
I love Big Bill. The Big Bill agenda will continue. Big Bill, put Big Bill in the G1. Put Big Bill in all the tournaments. Big Bill, the new workhorse of all elite wrestling.
Oh, I got
Big Bill agenda.
And he was wearing Tim's, wasn't he?
Yes,
Always.
he was, because he's from New York.
Yes.
I always support my New Yorkers.
I'm a New Yorker. I'm from Manhattan. I'm from the Lower East Side. So
I'm from Brooklyn.
My husband's from Brooklyn. So
nice.
Yeah.
From the real fifth borough of Harlem.
So all New Yorkers in this room. That's cool. Oh, good. So if I say dead ass, you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Second nature.
Don't make me go, yep. It's over.
So what was your favorite moment of AEW yesterday? Favorite moment, favorite match? Pick one of the promos.
I thoroughly was happy to the homage of the Steiner quote or
Steiner math.
Yep, there we go. And you know, you could tell that he is a wrestling fan. He grew up watching wrestling, and as far as like we're having this anniversary, you have to pay homage to the people that had like set the way for you, so that you can do what you need to do. So that promo was great, and he did it effortlessly.
Yeah, he did, and he is a huge he studies his wrestling. He knows it.
Yes, ins and outs.
He throws in tidbits of history all the time if you catch it,
if you're paying attention, right?
You're paying attention, yeah. What you think, SP3?
It had to be Samoa Joseph for winning the Grand Slam World Title Eliminator Tournament in a really good main event against Roddy Strong, who is the other great best character in AEW. And the best moment of the night was turning around.
As soon as he saw Ray,
and then he's on the stretcher. He's like, Adam, and Adam goes, "I'm right here, Roddy." He's like,
I'm right.
"I can see you."
But again, who knew that? Who knew? Like, we knew like he can do this. Like, he's capable of this type of work, but they wasn't letting him do this.
Right.
Strong for 20 years. I did not know he was capable of this.
He is so fucking hilarious.
But again, this is what I mean with they'll dumb you down. Like, you can't like do the things that that you can be good at. Like, they had him like with Dak. They was like he was babysitting kids in NXT.
Yeah, he's babysitting Ivy Nile and the Creed. So now he's having fun. Oh,
he's having fun. Great. Now he got two other people that babysits him.
Yes,
look how the tables turn.
Them doing the neck strong. That's their pose.
The shirts, right?
Oh my god, shirts. Yes. And now they do this. If you notice during its entrance, they basically put their hand on their neck.
I think it's amazing. It's so good. It's so funny. It's so stupid. But it's great. Man, so great. It works.
And then Samoa Joe choking out Adam Cole because I didn't expect it. When he said I'm taking everything, I was like, okay, so is he gonna do it like next week before the match? Because I was like, I know he was gonna attack Adam Cole, but I was like, he's gonna do it next week before the match, or maybe he loses and that's how we get another title shot by attacking Adam Cole. No, he just did it right here. I was like, oh, that's great.
Do you guys think he's gonna win? I don't think Samoa Joe's gonna win.
No, I think MJF wins, but I can see it leading to a second match.
Yes.
Okay. I love Samoa Joe.
I agree. So, right, me too. I'm happy he's getting the shine, and he's getting the run that he should have gotten before. And then they put him in be an announcer, which he was good at, but then you didn't need to, and he was standing in the fucking rain during the pandemic. And look at him now, wrestling his ass off, being another workhorse. Yes. Having an ROH championship. Like, this is great. I'm loving this. I know yet again Joe will have to take the L, but I think that's what Joe is here to like elevate and put people over and wrestle and get a check, and he's going home.
Yes. And I agree that with Roderick Strong being amazing, I wasn't even really feeling the group he's with, the Kingdom, until Roderick Strong got in there. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah. Nobody was checking for the Kingdom because the Kingdom wasn't on TV like that.
Yeah. And now look at them. Every week, something going on. The match he had with Jericho, I think that was his first match in AEW, that it was like a anywhere match where he actually pinned them on top of like a bed of flowers outside. That was hilarious.
Great, yes.
That was a great match.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. Yes.
That was a fucking amazing match. I did enjoy yesterday. Probably also one of my favorite matches was the Meaty Man match, which was Brian Cage and Hangman Adam Page.
I thought that was the match of the night. I thought it was probably their worst match, but that's just because they set the bar so high.
Too high,
but it was still the best match on the show.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Cage is one of those big ass dudes that you think can't do shit, and then you see him flying like he weighs only 100 pounds. He's what the fuck? How does he do these things? How does he do it? Yeah. Muscle is heavy.
Yeah.
It is. And he's just like all over the place, like a 150-pound dude.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a brutal match, but I really enjoyed that match. And what happened afterward with Mr. Swerve showing up, who I think really should eventually get the AEW title. Prince Nana, thank you so much for being there. He is hilarious. Yes.
If you don't show up for me like that, I don't want you around my crew. I don't want you with me. I don't want you with me.
Nick Jackson scored. He hit the moves perfectly.
Yes, he did it behind them, right? But yeah, he got super kicked, unfortunately. But they came to help their dude Hangman, who was getting trucked and danced on by Prince Nana. He's probably my favorite manager right now. I miss Stokely.
Same.
But,
I asked SP that last week. I was like, where is he? Something is wrong.
Yeah, because he was coming out with Jade all the time, and as soon as Jade went off for her break, we stopped seeing him.
Behind the paywall on ROH. That's where he is.
Wasted
money. Like such good. Like, oh God, he's a great mouthpiece.
Yes, he's great on the mic.
If Jay goes, bring him back over there and let him be the mouthpiece.
No, I'm good.
No. Okay, but she needs a mouthpiece though.
I've seen Stokely Hathaway in WWE. It wasn't this good. No, I'm good.
You're right. Okay, no.
Let's get him on AEW television. Let's do that.
Okay,
let's do that first.
No problem. Okay.
Forget about that second part.
That's fine. Okay, no problem. When you're right. No problem.
Yeah, as soon as Swerve's music hits, I'm looking for Nana.
I'm looking for Nana. Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, he's doing it. He's doing it mad hard. Yeah. And he practiced it right before he came outside to make sure he got all the steps right.
Yeah. And the funny thing was that when he was in the ring dancing on Hangman Adam Page, there was no music playing. That shit was in his head. And he was
in his head. He said 1, 2, 3. 1,
yeah, but he went too long. He went so long that Nick Jackson was dancing behind him, then got distracted talking to the fans. That Matt had to be like, "Yo, Nick." He turned around finally. People wake up from your nap. Oh my God, so great.
But it's so good. But that's what makes it so good, though. You know, it's like effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do this, and then you just gonna come behind me whenever you're ready, and then you know we're gonna do this part. That's really what it. I'm sure that's probably what was said in the back.
It was great. It worked. What do you guys think about the TNT Championship with Christian Cage carrying it around like he won it? And
he did. What are you talking about? Don't lie to these people. Christian Cage is a TNT champion.
What are you talking about? Tell her, please. Let her know.
He is the TNT champion. He is Father of the Year. I asked Christian to adopt me when I saw him in Chicago. I was like, "Will you adopt me?" Like, I want Christian to kick me out of buildings because I don't have credentials. I want Christian to tell me. I think my mom would be flattered if he said that my mom needed to post more bikini pictures. You know, it's probably been a while since she heard that. I mean, I think that's pretty nice. I think that would be nice. I'd be like, "Oh,
I'm just saying,
I'll let her know. That's gonna make her day."
What's the difference between him carrying the belt and a New Day interchanging the belts between three people? I see nothing wrong.
Luchasaurus is not needed. He's a dummy. He's a dummy dinosaur. Like he just and makes noises. I don't understand.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. You don't really need to talk or do anything. That's what you do your job and you leave. I'm here to do all the talking and do all the work.
Oh, it just
you got to know your role sometimes, like what you're here to get paid for. I'm paid to do this. I put on my mask. I make my face all black. I go out and I wrestle and I elevate my friend that's on the side of me.
And I
just love his promos. I love the Christian Cage promos where he goes, "Yes, I mean we."
Right, it's effortless. This is so good.
He knows what he's doing. It's clear. I just still don't like when I see him come out with Luchasaurus. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Christian Cage could have just been the champion. Yeah, he could have just
He could have been, but it wouldn't be the same way that we get this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for me, when he went there, I was like, well, what is he gonna do? Like, I think he's not necessary. They don't need him. But now I'm like, no, he's great. I see why he's there. We need the older generation to help elevate the newer guys and do all these things and be assholes, be heels.
Yeah, and he's a great heel.
He's a great heel.
With his turtleneck and everything, he's a great heel.
And it's kind of like with Toni Storm. Toni Storm could have probably been this character when she was AEW Women's World Champion. But the character makes sense, and why it's becoming so popular is because she lost the title and then immediately became this. You need that moment that triggers it. And I think that we wouldn't get this character of Christian Cage, who's delusional and still going after people's dead fathers, going after people's moms. But now he's this delusional champion where I think the logical thing, and I'm going to keep pitching this on any show I'm on, is Luchasaurus loses the TNT championship. And Christian can go around being like, I never lost my title. I was never big for my title. I think that that's the logical conclusion of all of this. And he goes unhinged because he never got beat for the TNT championship.
You know what? I've never thought of it that way.
It's great stuff. Listen to
it. It is great stuff. I mean, I do get entertained when he comes out. I just wish Luchasaurus would say at least one word. If you guys remember when he was part of Jurassic Express, he actually spoke. He was a smart dinosaur. So,
yeah.
What paso?
I don't know what happened. Got quiet. It was like, big man don't need to talk.
Apparently. He's just muscle.
I'm about to say, they probably don't remember him talking much, so that's why they don't make him talk right now. He knows it's memorable.
I guess so. I mean, at this point, it is what it is, right? Is there any part of the show that you could have done without yesterday's show?
I mean, Hook and Orange Cassidy.
That part.
That was kind of like a nothing segment. And also doing the Daniel Garcia doing his grinding dance on Don Callis would have been a lot more effective if it didn't come after.
Now that's one person
doing the swerve and I drive dance like right before that. I was like, literally, you did the same. It was like 2 segments back to back. So as far as like that, I don't mind it being on the same show, but you could have like not done it right after each other, and we could have cut like 5 minutes from Jericho and Sammy.
Agreed.
I'm sick of. I was sick of that.
Same thing.
Yeah. If you've seen them do the same thing, it's almost like nothing different about the two of them. Sorry.
I thought that was their best one. Honestly, I thought Sammy came off very effective as a determined babyface, and he had the crowd behind him, which is very rare.
I'm just saying. I'm kind of like, I really don't want to see them. I'm over the two of them. I'm over the whole but
they've never had a match against each other.
No, but I really don't care.
You're done. You're done. Hopefully this will end it between them. Whatever happens, whether they
is he gonna go his way? Like, is he not gonna follow behind Daddy anymore? Like, what are we not doing?
Yeah, Daddy.
He said they're gonna fight and then they're gonna go after the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I don't know if that's true, but we shall see. Oh, my biggest nitpick for the night is how the hell did we not give Eddie Kingston a promo before he's about to verse Claudio Castagnoli next week?
He didn't say but 2 words.
How the hell did we not give Eddie Kingston? If we're selling if the point of the show is to sell Grand Slam and we don't give Eddie Kingston at least 2 minutes to cut a promo on his career rival, but no, that's not good enough. We got Olivia for the setup of the matchup last Saturday. We needed something on this show.
Oh, Jesus.
They're probably going to do it on Friday.
Yeah, they're on Rampage or better
or Saturday.
Collision. But I have a question.
Or ROH TV, whichever one.
Oh, God, not on ROH, because then a lot of people are going to watch it.
Well, I mean, they got a buffer somewhere, friends.
That's true. I want to ask you guys, have you guys seen since the return of Santana, the drama unfolding on social media between Santana and Ortiz?
Like, is this real?
That's what I want to ask y'all, because Santana and Ortiz really are my favorite tag of all time. And I'm like suffering all kinds of issues over here because I was so excited when Santana returned. I was like, proud and powerful. Yeah, fuck yes.
Terrible name though, but yes.
Yeah. But now it doesn't look like they're together at all. Fuck.
One thing, if we got beef, we got beef, right? But why y'all going on social media like bitches then?
Yeah, this is very true.
Like, if we brothers, supposedly brothers, like, okay, right? Like, I'm like, maybe there was a disagreement. Maybe someone did something. I don't know. I don't know the backstory. I don't know what happened or why this is it. But like,
I heard a rumor.
Okay, what you hear, friend?
The
I love
rumor
tea.
was that Santana wanted more. He wanted to go for the tag belts and he didn't want to be like in the back. Ortiz was okay with just collecting a paycheck and going. Santana wanted to be elevated, but Ortiz was comfortable, and that made them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, now that will make that definitely will make you question and like, bro, don't you want more? First of all, that it's a shame that they have never been they've been there from the beginning and they've never had the belt.
Thank you.
That's a sin and a shame. I'm sorry. There's certain people that should have at least, and you could have given them a good little run. People had the belts multiple times and they didn't even get it not one time.
Jurassic Express had the belts.
Terrible.
Terrible. Don't get me started, Jesus.
But yes, I mean, so I understand Santana. Like, maybe he's like, yo, like we've been here from day one. We should be getting more. Like, we shouldn't be just lackeys. We shouldn't just be in like stadium stampedes,
which I love.
I'm here for all of those things. However, there's a way where if we're supposed to be wrestlers, like I've dreamed of this job. I want to be a big champion. Like, I want to hold these belts. Like, we've been here. Why haven't we had these belts not one time? But then, like, bro, like, can't y'all be friends? I'm confused.
I don't know what's going on. What you think, SP3?
I mean, as someone that has grown up in Spanish Harlem, I know people just like Santana and Ortiz. I know the guy from Spanish Harlem who is determined and hungry and considered himself gritty and a hard worker and wants to get the most out of every job they do. Yeah. And I also know the Spanish Harlem dudes that just want to smoke some weed, very laid back, just want to pick up a check, make their check, do what they do what they ask, get it over with. They ain't really trying to get the most out of everything. They're just trying to get what they can get. And I think that's the difference between them. And I think they grew up, grew up in this business together, and they reached that point where it was the point of no return, where they wanted two different things out of this opportunity that they got in AEW, because this is really their second big break. Their first big break was in Impact Wrestling, and I got, we got to interview them way back when they were still at Impact, and then a few months later, they're in AEW. They're in AEW, and it's just like this is their first big opportunity where they're seen by a lot of people. So, I mean, I understand the fallout. I think that all this stuff on social media, if it was for real, I mean, I don't believe anything from wrestlers. I think anything on social media, you can spin that into a work. Maybe it was a shoot.
I get worked all the fucking time. I get worked all the time. I see a post and I'm like, husband. He's like, you're getting worked. I'm like, no fucking way. And then like 2 days later, I'm like, oh, I got worked. Yeah. So here I am crying about it. I don't know. I'm just like, maybe they're gonna put them up against each other. Santana came back looking like a monster. That I was. He was working out. So
but he has an end goal, and he knows that he has to like look the part. And if he wants to prove himself, then he's gonna work hard and do that. Like SP said, he's gonna be a workhorse.
yeah.
Unlike the other one where he just like, yeah, I'm just showing up for work. It's cool. And that's what you see too.
Yeah.
It's shown.
He transformed. Ortiz transformed, became the skinny, muscular dude, and lost all his character, all his charisma.
Yep.
It went with the fat.
And you wear a hat. That's it.
Yeah. Right. So I don't know what's going on there. I just wanted to mention that real quick because I was a huge Inner Circle fan, and when that faction broke up, it tore me apart.
Yeah.
But it is
good when it was good, but then it got bad.
Then it got bad. But anyway, this is the part of the show where we put you on the hot seat. So let's run the video. SP3. So that video was made by Mind Runner, who was in the chat a little while ago. He did me the favor and he made that video.
Great video.
Thank you.
Yes,
so the hot seat, because neither one of you have been on my show before, is a series of would you rather questions, and they're disgusting. They tend to be pretty nasty. You each
nasty as in good or nasty as in bad?
Some of them they're naughty, but yours are not. Not this time. Sorry.
No, I feel like I did what?
I'm sorry. And then sorry. And then I'll ask you guys a bonus question, which is not a would you rather question. And you'll both answer, but you're gonna each get 2 different sets of questions. So let's put Krssi on first.
Okay.
Hey.
Let me let my hair down. Okay.
Krssi getting ready.
Let me get ready. Okay, let me get the camera. All right, let me go. Okay.
All right. And
okay.
My husband does a disclaimer. He says he does not vet these questions before the show, so he's not responsible. So here we go.
Okay.
All right. So first question. Would you rather drink pus from a sore or blood from an open wound of a stranger?
Wait, what? They're both bad. Are you kidding me?
You gotta pick one. Look at SP3's face.
Wait, hold on. You said
drink pus from a sore or blood from an open wound of a stranger.
Can I have Hennessy with it as well?
No.
Okay, I'll take the blood.
Look at her face.
I'll take the blood because at least I know what blood, we've all tasted our blood at one time in our life, and it's all right.
What game we're playing here.
So I'll take the blood.
All right, here we go.
This is some shit right here. Okay, I might have my husband that same question, yo. I might ask my husband that same goddamn question, yo.
All right, here we go. SP3, you ready?
I was born ready. I had to change my name to SP3.
Would you rather drink from a public toilet or lick a public urinal?
Wait, what? Ain't that the same shit?
That's the same shit.
No, it's not.
You want me to drink the water?
Oh, one doesn't have like water like sitting in it.
Or lick
right.
the urinal.
Lick the urinal or lick a urinal.
Like, is it like a whole like okay, see, there's different scenarios.
Can I choose the urinal?
Can you what the urinal?
Can I choose the urinal that I'm
yeah,
licking?
you could choose the urinal, but you would have to lick the public urinal. Like, you ever been inside Port Authority?
Yes.
If I get to pick the urinal, I'm picking what time I choose the urinal I'm licking, which is right after they clean it. I'll pick licking the urinal.
Good answer, SP.
That's a good answer. Good answer. I get a lot of those. Neither in the comments.
Yeah, neither. But I don't want. Can you answer it with neither?
Now.
No, exactly. So I can't even like. Come on, she gave you the directions and how to do this show. So okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Here you go. This one's not so bad.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mine was pretty nasty. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
This one's not nasty. This one's not nasty. But SP3s is the next one. Sorry.
Jesus.
Would you rather spend 10 minutes in a room filled with wasps or 5 minutes in a room filled with rattlesnakes?
Girl, I mean,
choose the rattlesnake.
right? I'm thinking
the wasps are going to go after you. The
right.
snake could probably, you can be in that room for 5 minutes and the snake would the snakes. It could be a bunch of snakes. They probably wouldn't even notice her. They'd be too busy with themselves. The wasps are all going to you.
They all, and I'm gonna be whiting up. Yeah, I'm gonna take the snakes for
take the snakes.
These are like, I'm gonna die regardless. Like, what are you guys trying to do to me? Like, I'm gonna lick someone's blood and probably get an infection and die. I'm gonna get in a room full of rattlesnakes and wasps and die. Thank you.
That's why the video has me laughing like a psychopath.
Because you're laughing at all of our answers. Got it.
Oh my God. All right. You ready? Would you rather swim in a pool with raw sewage or eat a moldy sandwich?
Raw sewage, son. That's the public beach right there, son.
Raw
that's
sewage.
That's the beach, son.
That's most of the beaches in New York.
Easy. Yeah, that's
most
easy,
of the
son.
beaches in New York.
That's nothing. Yeah, that's an easy, yo.
300, Alex.
That's what yo.
A moldy sandwich? Hell no. I'm not consuming that. About to act like it's COVID. Gonna be swimming in that sewage.
Tone says
that is exactly
Coney Island, Manhattan Beach.
Coney Island. I mean, me and my missus, we go to Coney Island on dates. You think I'm scared of some raw sewage?
Yo, Reese Beach, Coney Island, Jones Beach. Maybe Jones is a little bit elevated. Orchard Beach. They all the same sewer.
They all some different levels of sewage.
Just saying. I could name a lot of more. I got a lot more.
I ain't seen a clean body of water until I went to Dominican Republic. I was like, this is how water really
looks. Yep.
My Isla Bonita, Dominican Republic. That's where I'm from. Yeah, the Caribbean. If you want to see some nice clear water, you got to leave the U.S.
You have to. It's a must.
It's a must.
Even when you go to California, they try to act like that stuff is clean. It ain't that damn clean. It's still dirty.
There's some beaches in Florida that are really nice,
right?
But then you gotta contend with sharks. So
the Florida Keys. That's where you get the nicer beaches.
There you go. The clearer water. And
I can't swim, so I probably drown anyway. So there you go.
Yeah, I can't swim either. So
what?
Yeah, my mama didn't have no money to send me to swim classes. You know, we didn't have those type of things. I lived in projects all my life. So, I
learned on my own.
See, I wish I was like you.
First, but I float. I float like really well without even trying.
Oh, see, that's beautiful. I can't even do. I just get my feet wet and just look cute at the beach.
Go over my height. I'd be like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, once you get to like right here, I'll be like, all right, I'm going back to.
Yep, I'm like,
I'm gonna get another back.
My sister right here, she can't swim either. She said, I'll drown. I tried to teach her how to swim in a 3-foot pool, and she couldn't. She was like, I'm gonna drown. So I was like,
see, at my age now, it's like it's over. There's nothing to be done right now. It's the water's going to win. So I'm content with that, and that's fine. I made sure as a parent that I paid for my children to learn how to swim.
That's excellent. They'll save you.
That's what I will do.
They'll save me. Exactly.
They'll save you. So you guys got one more question. and it's for both of you, and it's not a would you rather. I call it the bonus question. So, if you could pick one of these following 2 ways to die.
Oh my God. Oh.
Which one?
All my questions were to die anyway, so I'm already dead. So that's fine.
Yeah, you're already dead. So
which one would you pick? To die drowning or to die burned alive?
Damn.
Yeah, it got real. It got real serious.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I think it would hurt less to drown. I want to feel less pain as possible. I don't want to really feel anything, to be honest.
Agreed.
But then I'm petrified of drowning.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm like, that is like the water, like it's just petrifying. Like I've seen images. It's just
I'm having pause because it's very difficult because you probably die faster drowning. But you also have to die seeing your savior, seeing your salvation, because you'll be like this the entire time. So that thought in general is why I'm like, nah, I don't know about that drowning part. I think I'd much rather just burn. But then
I don't want to burn.
I went out like Cain was supposed to go out, man.
You know what?
So.
But see, to me, I'm thinking about my family, and they want to see me. But then, what if I drown and I still look bad, and I'm like, so they probably gotta have a closed casket regardless. Like I think about stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I want to be turned to ashes, so it don't
matter.
Matter.
Okay, then
see, there you go, burn alive. That's
perfect. There you go, burn alive.
Burn alive.
Now,
when you can sway me, you can like, yeah, maybe that's the right way to do it.
I didn't specify, but I mean, you could, drown in a pool as opposed to the middle of the ocean. You know what I mean?
Either way, I'm still going. Water you can see through. You can see how you can get away, but you can't do anything, and you drown. You drown like
whoever
this.
made this question, shame.
It's just like you're losing your breath.
I made these questions.
Trying to get out. You're like, what? I am good.
Right, like I don't want to like.
Good. I'm good just burning.
You know what? Because I can see myself trying to reach for the top, and I can't reach. Yeah. And that's a very devastating thing. Is my last sight of like trying to.
If I'm already burning, what's the point of me going out the door? I'm already burning. What, I'm going to share my burns with everybody else? No, I'm just going to burn a lot.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. These questions are just, oh my goodness. Like, wow.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have a little bit of time to think. I always think, what's going to stump people?
These are stumpable. Yes. Wow.
So yeah. So we got.
I'm gonna call you to act like to have a game night, and we're gonna have these discussions, and we need questions just like this. Yep.
Let me know.
I love a good game night, and these are some questions that have like people like thinking like, do I really want to die burning, or do I want to just drown? And can I pick where I burn, or where can I pick where I drown? Is the question.
We're actually putting real thought into this question,
right? Like I'm going to sleep thinking like, damn Lord, do you really want me to burn, or you want me to drown?
Lord, did you put that thought in my head? Because
I hope I don't stay up at night thinking.
Because like, look, did I do anything to deserve this? Like, I'll pay extra tithes if you need me to. I'm not a part of a church right now, but I'll send my money somewhere. Like, what do you need me to do?
We need to work out here.
It makes you think about your life, right? Like,
yeah, it absolutely
good.
This is great though. I love discussions like this. This is so because it gives you like perspective of other things.
Yes, and that's the bonus question. It's always like that. The would you rather questions will always kind of teeter on the nasty, the yucky. I actually had asked somebody once before if they would rather have a used tampon thrown in their face or be in a porta potty when it turns over. And that just like
that's like the Kevin Hart and the bump, like have a bum like I don't want, like I get so like petrified when I see
that makes me like cringe so much. Like,
Right. I don't even want to
like
use the porta potty.
I
Like,
can't even see stuff like that without cringing, let alone choose between those two.
Have
Yeah,
you ever
and
seen a homeless person on the train and they got like an open wound, or like they sleep on a platform and they got a whole bunch of shit next to them? You're just like,
I
I don't
hate
want
that
to
stench. The
the
stench
stench.
the certain
yes.
stench they have.
I've seen it too, you know, coming from New York, you see it all the
Yeah.
time. So yeah, it's it was a tough question. The guy was stumped, but he eventually picked the tampon.
Because at least
The
I could
bloody-
probably dodge it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I could
No,
probably
there's
be
no
like,
sorry, no dodging. It's gonna hit you dead in the face, and you can get
oh
something.
my god,
Like, that's
no! Like nobody's gonna know. Nobody. Ugh. Oh my god, no! That whole like scenario. Wow.
Yeah, and I made sure it was like a random stranger's tampon, like not your girlfriend.
ah, ah, oh god.
So you guys got, you guys got some hard questions, but they weren't
Cringing right
the
now.
worst. They weren't the worst. But anyway, that's the end of my show. So thank you both, SP3, Krssi Luv, for being on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us.
No,
Yes.
you guys were so much fun. When
Please
I
have
come
us back again. We would love to do this again. I would love to be in the hot seat. I want to know what
yes,
other questions you're going to ask us.
Absolutely. I would definitely have you guys back again. When I come back from my hiatus, I will reach out and get it started. I would love to be back on y'all show too.
Yes, please.
Sure.
That shit was hilarious. But anyway, thank you guys. Again, links in the description for my guests. Please make sure you guys follow them. They have a phenomenal show, phenomenal shows. Follow them on Twitter, YouTube, and make sure you subscribe. They're doing really good with their subscribership. So let's keep that going.
We're trying to get, what's our goal for the end of the year is what? 3,000?
10,000.
10,000. Sorry.
We're on 9,000 right now, so we're making our way, closing in on our end of year goal. So yes, thank you for anyone who wants to jump over there and subscribe. We'll have something up tomorrow. We got a bunch of interviews that we did in Chicago for StarCast, and me and Krssi will be live on Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time for the flagship.
Be there,
so
be square, friends.
Then
tune in.
But thank you so much for having us. This was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Had a good time.
Thank you guys for giving me your time. Of course, I will have you guys back as soon as I'm back from giving birth. All right, y'all. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe.
Bye.